Hello there, I'm Charlie, aka Ronan Logan X, and this is Ronan Logan X Reviews. In this video, I'm taking a look at Egghead from the DC Retro Batman 66 toy line made by McFarlane Toys. To start things off, I just want to say that as far as original villains go for the Batman 66 TV series, I really love Egghead. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that he's played by Vincent Price. I mean, he's just great at playing a cartoony, fun villain. Plus, you can just tell from his performance that he's just having a ball playing a Saturday morning cartoon villain come to life. So with that in mind, it should come as no surprise that I was really looking forward to getting my hands on this figure as soon as I saw it announced. And with that said, let's check him out. In the way of accessories, this figure is pretty much the same as every other figure of this toy line, which is that it doesn't come with anything more than those onomatopoeia clip-on effects. Now, that's not exactly disappointing. However, I would have liked just a little something extra. Maybe an egg for him to clutch within his hands, or something. Something fun, something to do with him more than just have him stand there. But I digress. Moving on to the articulation, he comes with the same limited articulation that all of the other figures of this line have, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but as I've stated in my past videos, it does end up limiting their range of motion to the point of the figures being little more than articulated plastic statues for the most part. But at the end of the day, what articulation it does have is still pretty good for what the figures are, at least in my opinion. Finally, taking a look at the likeness featured on this figure, I gotta say that this one is a pretty great likeness for this line. I mean, it's nowhere near what you might see in something like Marvel Legends or Star Wars The Black Series, but you can definitely tell that it's supposed to be Vincent Price. And that smirk that they got on his face just feels so very much like a smirk that would come to the face of Vincent Price. Now, if there's one negative that I have to pick out on this figure, it would have to be his right hand. I mean, I just don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if it's supposed to be a pistol gripping hand and the finger got warped in the package, or if it's supposed to be him like making the shape of an egg with his fingers, or what. But it's just such an odd choice, at least in my mind, considering this is a line that is so devoid of accessories. But at the end of the day, I feel like that's just such a nitpicky thing to call out, so I'm not really gonna hold it against the figure too much. And with all of that said, I would have to give this figure a high recommendation. Egghead is just such a fun and cool character, played by a great actor, and I'll admit it, I'm just super biased. I really love this guy, and I'm glad that they made a figure of him and that he's now amongst my collection. And I feel like anyone else who's a fan of Batman 66 is most likely really going to enjoy this figure despite its limitations. I hope you have enjoyed this video and you have found it helpful and informative in any decisions you might have regarding the purchase of this figure. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like, please comment, please subscribe, and ring that bell icon if you'd like to be notified about any of my future videos. Also, if you might be interested in anything else of mine, you can find me on Instagram at RonanLoganX, where I post toy photography pictures as well as puppy pictures of my pup Ripley. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.